All right, guys, welcome to the broadcast. Let's give people another 10 seconds to get on the call. So welcome to our Friday morning workout number 27. All right, I want you to get, if you're on the call live with me, this is going to be very beneficial because we're doing a quiz, okay? And I'll explain to you how we're going to do this. So get ready to type, because I want you to give me the answers to my questions. Okay, like we talked about before, if you know something but you don't apply it, you don't really know it. So we've done lots of lessons together, and if you're just joining us, welcome to our Friday morning workout number 27. Last week I wasn't able to broadcast the episode, so we skipped last week, but we're back here today and onward. So number 27 is about reviewing, and making sure that we've assimilated the concepts. That each lesson, the exercise, or that philosophy is at your mental fingertips so that you really know the material. So I want you to participate as best as you can. And I'll be able to see your answers and who answers first. And there's going to be some prizes given out during this broadcast. So get ready. Either some clothes or equipment, stuff like that. And I'll explain this after. So get ready, guys. So let me just make sure I'm ready to go. Now you're trying to answer first. Be first to post your answer in the chat, all right? All right, let's do it. Let's go back all the way to the beginning. When you're training, where is your mind? Where's your mind at? Answer that as quickly as possible. Do you know the answer? Have you been following along? No answers yet. Your mind should be in your muscles when you're training. You're not distracted. You're not all over the place. If you're working a certain muscle group, the first video was about that awareness. To really squeeze and have your mind inside that muscle. So that way you can really define it, strengthen it, and get a better workout. We showed you how doing only 5 or 10 reps of a sit-up using this concept was more beneficial than doing 100 mindless sit-ups. So mind in muscle, that's the answer. Okay, couple of answers coming in. Don't worry if you don't get them right, but the guys on here, you kind of missed it. Okay, so what is the dog story? What's the dog story all about? Answer that. What is the dog story all about? I'll give you, I guess, more time than Jeopardy. I'll give you like maybe 10 seconds on each question to answer. But what's the dog story? What is it? What do you learn? You learn that, and there's no answers coming in. And even if you're doing this later tonight or tomorrow, still try to answer at the same time that I asked you the question on the video, and answer it when you're watching, just so I can see if you're on the ball and that you know this stuff. The dog story happens with, it's all about how much pain do you need to go through to take action and get off your butt and do something. The dog was sitting on the nail, but he kept sitting on the nail because it didn't hurt enough. So in your life, that's a very strong metaphor, powerful for you as well. What needs to happen for you to take action for your health, or to be happy, to travel, to change jobs maybe, to make an impact in someone's life, in your family's life, in any area? What needs to happen? Do you need to have like more pain and more pain, or are you able to take action and say, enough pain, and I just go for it? Sometimes waiting in the long run is more painful than just taking action right now. So that's the lesson out of the dog story. All right. How do you disguise repetition? I gave you a simple way to disguise repetition, because sometimes when training, it's difficult, it's challenging, it should be hard. I give you a very easy way to disguise repetition. What is it? Answer right now. Pyramid training. The pyramid. Do pyramids. 1 to 10, 10 to 1. And each number corresponds to a rep. If you want to do 100 push-ups a day, just do a level 10 pyramid. If you can't do level 10, obviously there's smaller pyramids, just like in Egypt. There's the big ones, there's the small ones. So do a 10, do an 8, do a 6, do a 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Do a pyramid. How do you flatten your stomach? How do you flatten your stomach? Why do most people have a pot belly? Answer that. Answer it. Is it at your mental fingertips? Do you know this stuff? I showed you 2 exercises. The vacuum, where you pull in, and the suck in, or suck ups. You suck in your belly button inside towards your spine, and you do this pulsating, pulling motion. That was the first one. Second one, you fully exhale your air out, and then you suck in the stomach and push in, pop out the rib cage, and hold, and then exhale. Have you been doing these exercises? Yes or no? Hopefully, yes. How do you learn how to learn? What was the first step of learning how to learn? What was it? Who do you listen to? Someone who has what you want and has been where you're at. Very important. In your Kung Fu training, that's your instructor, that's your Sifu, your Sibak. You're listening to the top person that has the results of speed, power, coordination, knowledge. So you be very careful who you listen to and who you get advice from. If I want financial advice, I'll ask somebody who's very wealthy and he's 20 years ahead of me as far as investments and his wealth. If I want to have a very low body fat, then I'll go to the person who's the best to really chisel out the body. If I want to work on my sparring skills, if I want to work on my relationships, any area, you find the best in that area and then you become their apprentice. That's 1. 2, you make mistakes. You apply, you practice, you repeat, and you make mistakes along the way. That's how you learn. And the third step, it has to become a part of you. As you listen to the right people and you copy and model them and you make mistakes and you learn from them, eventually that piece of information, that knowledge, that wisdom will just become a part of you and integrate itself with you, and you just know it. Kind of like these questions. I talked about the stallion, the eagle, and the lion. So the stallion without its powerful legs, we talk about the eagle without his wings, and the lion without its roar. What is a human? The human without that. What's a human without? A human without, what is that? Answer. Vision. It's like a human without vision. Same thing as that lion without its roar. Humans are made to dream. So you need vision. You need to have one for yourself, or else you will go in circles. And we talked about the one-handed rowing or one paddle in the boat. If you only have one paddle, meaning you have no vision, you'll go in circles all your life, and you don't want that. We talked about the 4 states of mind. What are the 4 states? Right away. Type them in right away. What are the 4 states of mind that I talked about? Do you know this stuff? We talked about the Mushin state. The Mushin state of mind. That's the first one. What's the second one? You don't know. Well, get excited, because once you do know all this stuff at the mental fingertips, you'll be that much more powerful in how you manifest everything you want in your life, as far as your fitness, your health, your strength, your joy, and really accomplishing what you want. Mushin was the first one. What's the second one? Shoshin. What's the third one? There's no order. Zanshin. What's the fourth one? Fudoshin. Can you explain each concept, each state of mind? Can you? Put it into the chat. Mushin is no mind. We talked about getting immersed in something. When you're training, you're there 100%. If you're painting, if you're building, whatever you're doing, you're there 100%. That's the Mushin state. No mind. Don't let the mind affect or distract you. That's the Mushin. What about Shoshin? Beginner's mind. You do everything through the eyes of a child. Childlike enthusiasm. Be excited always, as if it's the first time you're doing it. That's Shoshin. What about Fudoshin? Fudoshin is an immovable mind. Immovable mind. The focus you have. That present, immovable mind. And what about Zanshin? Zanshin is having a very still, it's called remaining mind. It's a mind where you're totally aware, but relaxed. There could be chaos all around you. You might be in a situation where you're financially in a bad position. You have debt. You're people around you, like you lose somebody, like someone passes away. All these things that might affect you, that's chaos, and you feel like giving up, but you have the Zanshin, where you're aware, but you're also very relaxed, because you know that everything will be okay. Like my mom would say, this too shall pass. So those are the 4 emotional states that we talked about, the states of mind. Keep answering. Keep thinking. What is Kaizen? What is Kaizen? We talked about that. What is Kaizen? I'll give you a chance to beat me at the Sibak Jeopardy. Kaizen means excellence. Excellence. Everything you do, you try to be excellent at it. Now, I won't go through each detail because I did explain these concepts in those episodes. If you don't remember it, just go back to the video and watch it. Kaizen is about excellence and finding excellence in everything you do. How do you move the lymph in your body? What is the lymph fluid? What is your lymphatic system? What is that? Answer. Again, to know and not to do is not to know. You need to know this stuff, or else we're wasting our time. You need to apply and integrate what you learn. It's one thing to keep learning new stuff every week, but if you don't implement what you learn, and if you do this in other areas of your life, you'll never accomplish anything really worthwhile. So make sure, if I'm really putting you in a position where you don't know the answers, make sure to take notes, write it down. It's very important. You move it 3 ways. Through the breath. I give you an easy breathing pattern. 5, 20, 10. 5, 20, 10. You inhale deep, hold for 20, exhale for 10. That's the first way. Second way, lymphatic massage. You have a massage to help clear out the ducts, the lymph ducts, armpits, your legs, and so forth. So you're able to have a lymphatic massage. That was 2. Number 3, trampoline, bouncing. Buy a small trampoline and do trampoline jumping every day for 10 to 15 minutes. That's how you move the lymph. If you don't move it, your immune system, your body is not functioning at a high level. You need to move that lymph through exercise, through breath, to movement. If your lymphatic system would shut down, let's say now, in 24 hours, you're dead. So you don't want that. You want a very effective lymph system flowing and circulating. What is the number one reason why you age? The number one reason why we all age. What is it? What is it? What is the answer? Stress. Stress is the number one aging factor. So you want to be very careful to keep the Zanshin state of mind, where you're aware of everything happening around you. There could be chaos, but you're very relaxed and you don't let anything affect you. You see a problem, you turn it into an opportunity, a challenge, and you breathe. And you trust that everything will be and will work out fine, perfectly, in the end. Can you clear your mind completely in meditation? Yes or no? Can you clear your mind in meditation? Answer. The answer is no. You cannot clear your mind completely in meditation. It's like asking your heart to stop beating. The purpose of your heart is to pump blood through your body. The purpose of your mind is to think and to bring about thoughts to your consciousness. That's the whole point of your mind, of your brain. You need, not that you need, but your mind thinks, has thoughts, thousands and thousands of thoughts a day. So in our meditation, we talked about letting those thoughts come to your consciousness and then releasing them. You cannot totally clear your mind. That's nonsense. But you can direct it though, and you can direct it to focus on maybe one thing. Let's say gratitude, or compassion, or your future goals. Stuff like that. This is super important to do this together. I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg of what we covered today, together throughout these 27 odd weeks. This is just a very quick rundown of small questions. There's lots more. Do you like this model? Do you want to continue your review, or do you want to keep learning stuff that you'll forget next week? and then the week after you'll have forgotten what you learned the week before. Is that what you want? Either way, I'm good with it because I'm here for you, like whatever you want. If you're smart and if you listen to the right people, to the right person, I would say no. Keep doing the review. Ask me questions. Make me think. Remind me. Because we talked about amnesia. We forget. And it's normal. And we need to be reminded. If you like this format, just let me know. We won't do this every week. But at certain points in our evolution together, I have to stop and ask you questions. I can't just be the teacher and speak and just have you take in the information and not really quiz you and test you on the information, right? So you agree with that? So let's do this every once in a while. And just to make sure that you know it with a big K, actually in capital letters, I know it, okay? So think about that, review videos, make sure you integrate. What did you learn from past weeks that you didn't even apply and integrate yet? Think about that. I hope you have a great week. Keep pushing and again, stay on the